here to pick up Ian. I'll also do a little video update about my dad. So he's mostly moved in with us, but periodically he'll just take a day and stay back at his house. So at least Evelyn can keep him nice and fed and give him supplements and things, that we're trying to do to help him with his skin cancer. It's some kind of spiral something cancer. It's a very fast moving cancer. And when they did that surgery right here, they took out a chunk and went deep in there, like that much. I mean, like 1.5 inches or 2 inches. So he has to sleep kind of upright, in a certain way so it doesn't drip. He shoves a tissue, balls up a tissue, puts it in there, balls it up, and seals this thing to stop it from trying to leak into his eye. And I just was talking to him before I came here. Me and Evelyn were out there talking outside. He was sitting outside. We were talking with him. And so right here, he's got a growth from the inside coming out. So it's not like scabby or anything on the outside. It's just like if you pulled your skin, and you touch it, it's hard. It's basically like a tumor. And that wasn't there 4 weeks ago when he had the surgery. So the surgery comes in, and like a biopsy or anything else, you explode that stuff. It starts going everywhere, starts regrowing all over the place. They want to do a skin graft to where they can put that mask on your face and irradiate you, I guess. But you got to have skin there first. And will the skin graft even take if he's got bad cancerous skin around there, etc.? So I think this coming Monday is the skin graft date. And we're hoping they'll be like, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. But it's a possibility that they won't, So I see his little dog, little Chihuahua, Pee-wee. And I may have mentioned this before, but that dog knows. That dog knows something's wrong. And I think he knows he's dying. His daddy, it's my dad. I think that dog knows my dad's dying. He just wants to sit by his side. He just looks. I see him sometimes as I'm talking to my dad. I'm watching the dog looking at him with those big Chihuahua eyes. But it's a look of like the dog knows. It's strange. So he's been telling me, like, Joe, every day I'm getting weaker and weaker. And he goes, just for example, I'll see something I need to do. Oh, let me get up and do whatever. He goes, it may take me 2 minutes to do whatever it was. Like a task that takes 2 minutes, whatever. He goes, and then I got to come back and sit down and rest for at least 10 minutes to recover from that 2-minute task. He goes, and I'm driving now, this eye with the tissue and the burning. He goes, it may be sooner rather than later that I may have to stop driving. He goes, I'm fine with the one eye, I can see good. And even this eye, I can still see out of it. He goes, but the cancer does appear to be attached to that eye, through the gaping hole back. I guess they noticed it when they took out the cancer, that it was attached to the eye and the bone, I guess part of his skull or whatever. But he's like, your sister doesn't get it. My brother, his brother, my uncle, Spiro, he doesn't get it. He's like, I'm dying. I eat food and it doesn't taste good. Nothing. I can't find any food that actually tastes good when I eat it. He goes, so like even my own senses are like out of whack. He's like, he goes, the other day, and this is before he came over to our house, decided to come at our house, and stay with us. He's like, I got 16 hours of sleep last night. 16 hours. I needed some rest, and man, I got it. He goes, but you know what woke me up? my blood sugar alarm was over 240. He goes, why? If I'm sleeping for 16 hours, I haven't taken anything to drink or eat. Not taken, but, eaten anything or drank anything. Why would my blood sugar be spiking? He goes, that's just another thing. My body's it's not the same. And, it's failing. He goes, and I've accepted this. I've lived my life to the fullest. I'm happy with everything. I got 19 years out of this kidney transplant. Unheard of, they last 10 to 15 years. Maximum, And here I am at 19 years. And he goes, if I died tonight, I'd actually be happy. He's like, actually, I wish I would die tonight in my sleep, so I could be over this, just pain and this burning and all this stuff, this thing growing, and now it's heading to my other eye. This thing up here is heading that way, and I noticed the original eye over here, this was really fat. This up here by this eyelid was really fat, and I wondered, is it fat because it's agitated, or is it fat because there's freaking cancer growing in there too now? But this thing is growing at rapid clip. He didn't even have it 4 weeks ago when he had the surgery. Now it's here. There's another one under the original eye that, again, we're trying to do stuff, but he'll let us do some things, me and Evelyn, really Evelyn, but not everything. So she's like, I'm only going to do what he lets me do. I'm not going to force it. This is his life. He's made it clear. We're just here to support him. And I'm like, yeah, I'm on the same page, and it's nice that he can be around. My wife's there. She doesn't have to go to a job. We're just lucky to live like this and be around. Even me, I get to be around all the time. I appreciate you Patreon people, believe me. But to spend these last days with my dad, and my wife too, not have to go to a job and this and that and leave it all on me, and I'm calling her, hey, what about this? Nope. And well, side note, I had a dream 2 days ago. Me and Evelyn went to take a nap. We did take a nap. And that's when I had the dream. She was pregnant. So, yeah. 45 years old. I'm 47. And I almost got snipped. Kind of changing the subject now. Second time, I almost got snipped, vasectomy. And the day before, something was like, don't do it. Don't do it. And I was like, you realize if you do it, it's kind of over. You're not having kids. Well, we got 4, 3 girls and little Ian, who's 5. The twins are 19, Ashley's 16, and Ian's 5. So something came over me, was like, are you really, really sure you don't want any more kids? And I'm like, where the hell is this coming from right now? I was just getting ready to do a vasectomy for the second time. And first time I was like, no, I'm checking it out. This time I was like, no, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Something was like, no, think about it, have a conversation. So I talked to Evelyn, and she's like, well, I'm not gonna say that I want to try. Like, let's definitely have a kid. She goes, but I feel like even if we're not that safe, as old as I am and all this stuff, I've always had a hard time getting pregnant previously. She goes, but then of course Ashley and Ian came naturally, but she's like, I just feel like if it happens, it's meant to be. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. And I go, kind of feel the same way. But then I had a dream 2 days ago. And there's Ian, so I got to run. Take it easy.